Happy Sunday, guys. I'm a little under the weather. I've got a scratchy throat and a sinus thing going on. So, pardon me. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hey, so this is November 1st to the 22nd. A week ago, when we last talked, Austin, I think we were like at 2,600. Right now, we're at 3,300. So, yeah, 500 sounds right. Anytime a new account goes past $500 in spend, it's going to charge it, regardless of the budget amount. As you get maturity, then yeah, they'll start just billing at the end of the month. But it doesn't happen in your first month or so. This is really our first full month that we're going to be able to take a look at some data. I like what was coming through at the beginning because I had a small amount of targeted keywords, but it was costing us quite a bit. Then we open up the keyword bank to pick up, more of that Fort Worth grab. We're holding position well, but it is struggling, by picking up real estate, right? So I sent you guys a screenshot that, I Buy Houses Fort Worth was the largest clicks you had, which is great. But what we want to do is make sure that that audience is the right target. So we were playing with some keywords, and I may go back to a limited batch that produced you better lead quality, but it was a little more expensive. But hey, cost of acquisition is relative because if we're popping the deals and it's in a decent ratio of all that, that's great. But I just want you to see the site link through the first of the month to the 22nd. 114 clicks, right? 4,000 impressions. That's a 3% CTR, click through rate. That's pretty good. That means they're not just seeing the ad, they're clicking on it and they're getting to the site and getting information. Now, that doesn't mean that that's a deal automatic. What that does mean is you're getting 114 people out of 4,000 that saw the ad that are clicking on the ad and getting information from your site. So this is really important because many times it takes 7 times of saturation, 7 times what they call a 7 touch Google talks about, where people will go ahead and react. So this is really good. Within 3 weeks, we're getting a lot of activity where people will more than likely come back, or because they've seen you already, right? They're getting that information and getting to trust your name and who you are, because you have been ranking, in that number 3 spot or better, sometimes just under, but averaging 3 spots. So they're seeing your stuff, right? The call out, that the call out extensions are these, right? Safe and trusted buyers. So when we put extensions on there, see, sell your house, these are call outs. There's different ads here. 57 clicks out of 2,000, 3% CTR. There again, you're getting people saturated. So that's where you're going to get those form fills. Structured snippet, basically what that is just a campaign, part of the campaign that we use for different parts of media. So in other words, not just Google, but the Google networks, if you will. So that was only 9 out of 356, but still pulling a solid 3% CTR. CTR, you click through rate, you want to be around 3%. 2.5 to 3 is considered standard. We're running solid 3. The other thing that was a little lower is the call. Now, you do get a click counted against you when people click the call button. But we had 2,000 people see it, and you had 55 people call that. They clicked to call. Now, I don't know how many of those went through. Guys, you'll need to tell me. But a click-through rate, this of that many, was kind of low. But most people are not going to call, and that's just a good indicator to show you that that's true. Here's the lead form, 1,000 out of 43. And then there was 2 conversions. So that's the 2 deals you guys have right now that was a lead form conversion, right? Really, really cool that we can see that. But I want you to see that that's there. You're not overspending. We're like 3rd week into the month. There's really like only a week to go. So we're here. So you really, yeah. So you're not going to spend like another $3,000 between now and the end of the month. It's going to, just be about another 1,000, maybe $1,500, because you will get some heightened activity with people being home, right? They're going to try to celebrate, even though they're going into foreclosure, right? So, think about those things. We're doing good. We will do better, but I got to have some data to tell me, what's the best thing working. So when you look at the overview, there you are, 3,300 for the month, Average cost is $6. So when the CPC is that close, cost per click is that cheap, then I'm concerned about click-through rate. Seeing it's barely 7.76. We've dropped considerably because this went up really high. Because I gave it the larger key bank. Let's see what we can pick up in Fort Worth. I'm going to go to the shorter keyword bank, and that's going to go back up, and then that'll go back up as well. So we want to just be careful with it. But here, sell my house, I buy houses, Fort Worth, sell my house fast, we buy houses. Those are the right clicks. Sell your home looks right. So we just got to monitor it. And then you're still here. See you're still here in the hunt. You're with see Zillow is popped up some. OfferPad, that's always in our space. You got Myers Home Buyer. There they are. So Myers is your competition. You're 72% top of page if you saw that little white box. And Myers was sitting at 77. So see, you're there. This Potts Realty is spending some ungodly money right now. They've been running that 90% top rate. So let's say they're pulling number one. Between 2 and 3, you're here. And Zillow's not even relative to what we're doing. But see, real estate and real estate investment starting to get mixed up. This is should be Opendoor. Yeah, Opendoor, OfferPad. These are $1 million budgets here. So for these 3 little companies to be in this hunt, you're doing well because the rest of the field's behind you. And then you can see the map. You can see the areas. You can see where people are looking. See the zip code 76179. That one's big. 76244. That's Keller, right? A lot of competition in there. What's this one? Oh, Mansfield. Mansfield. So you see those darker yellows? Those are the ones. Wow, 76018. That's Arlington. 600 impressions. So, and that's a highly competitive area. But this is what we're doing in the county of Tarrant. All right. I was going to try to moderate the hours, but you can see, man. I mean, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 1 click. So we probably want to leave it on the 24-hour. I usually don't, but in this case, because times are different, and you got people online all the time. But look at Saturday in the afternoon, really heavy. Look at Monday. Wow. Okay. So it kind of midweek, it starts to, it's heavy on that afternoon of Wednesday. Maybe they're thinking about it, but definitely lighter in the other days. But for sure there's activity. But even this one that's at 4 o'clock in the morning, or this one or that one that's 2 or 3, is probably a deal, because why the hell are they looking at it in that morning? I know it's not your competition doing that. It's somebody laid up at night because they don't know what to do. So this is important. So we're getting there. So I was glad to hear about your 2 closings, your 2 deals. We'll just keep our fingers crossed that those go through. So I had this super high, and this was high, and that was low. Then we bumped this up to get it high to see what we can get out of that to lower these 2, but then we're going to come back to where we're balancing all of this, okay? And then it equates to a decent budget. All right? That's how it works, bros. Okay, man. Have a good Sunday, and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you. We'll talk soon.